Right then guys, today I'm going to show you how you can go from product photos that look like this to this for your Etsy dropshipping stores. Let's waste no time before we get into it. Now I have found this product here on AliExpress, and let's say we don't have some very good photos to use, or the photos have been heavily used before, or they're not exactly right, they don't fit our store's aesthetic, etc. But you're going to come across a lot of product photos like this. A white background, the product looks very crisp, very clean, but it's not really a photo that is going to convert well, and it's not going to be a photo that Etsy likes. Now this is our starting point. Before we even know that this is the product we want to sell, we need to see what we can get it sourced for. We need to see what is it going to cost us to get to our customer anyway. Because there's no point spending loads of time making the perfect listing, doing what I'm going to show you in this video and getting the perfect photos for a product if we just can't make it profitable anyway. Now, this is when I like to use suppliermafia.com. Now, this is the website that I have built, where you can essentially come on here, sign up for free, and get access to private suppliers instantly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them the link to our AliExpress listing and a couple photos so that they can go ahead and they can get it sourced. So I'm just going to shoot off a message like this to them. Can you source this leather bag for me? Genuine leather. I don't want some cheap materials for this. I don't want them to come back with one that looks similar, but it's like fake leather, right? It's got to be real. There's the AliExpress link, and I want quotes to the US, UK, Germany, and Australia. Now, those 4 countries are going to give me rough costs of shipping it to anywhere in the world. So we've got UK and Germany for Europe and the EU. We've got the US to get over to the Americans, Australia to get over to Oceanic. And they're going to make up the most popular countries that this product is going to sell to anyway. So let's get that sent off and wait for them to get back to us. Okay, so Andrew was able to find the product for us. To the UK, £14.20, US $15.10, Germany $17.20, Australia $13.90. Now, Germany being in the EU is going to be more expensive because there is the new €3 fee on. This might change. It looks like it's been pretty roughly costed up, but it is going to be around that area. So now we have our numbers, right? And I'm going to base it off this £17.20, and I'm going to do Alora's Etsy fee calculator. Okay, so our cost is $17.20, so that goes in cost. Now we want to just kind of freeball what we're going to be selling this at. So if I put in £40 first, calculate it, that takes us to a 46% profit margin, £4.25. Now remember, it's going to say dollars, but this is in pounds, so we're basing it all on pounds here, or whatever currency you've been quoted up into. There's listing fees, total profit $18.55. Listing fee breaks it all down. Now, if it's an off-site ad, we are on a new store, so we're on 15%. If you've done more than 10K revenue on your store, you get 12%. If less, 15%. Now, most of you are going to be on less than 10K, so we'll do it off that. That takes us down to a 34% profit margin. Now, we also have to factor in if we're running a sale. So we might be running a 20% sale, so that takes us down to 32. Calculate that. That's 20% margin with offsite ads, 37 with that. So we would probably be looking to sell this to get the ball rolling at around 35. So, about 43, 44 pounds pre-sale. So that would be our pricing for this. And I think for a genuine leather bag, that is very doable. So yeah, I would happily proceed with selling this product. Now we just want to thank Andrew for sourcing it, and we're going to get on to getting our product photos made. Now, when it comes to using AI for your product photos, you're perfectly fine to do that. If you browse Etsy, you will come across basically, at this point, I want to say 50% of stores using full AI photos. Even massive stores are doing it. So we are perfectly safe to do this. What I just like to make sure is my endpoint for whenever I generate AI photos, it all gets put into Canva in a 2000 by 2000 pixel custom sized page. So here's the product photo that I'm going to use as reference, the one that we've said sucks, and then I'm going to head over to ChatGPT to use GPT Image 2 to generate some really nice custom photos. But first, we want some reference photos. We want to know what is doing well in the men's leather bag space. So I have just gone onto Etsy itself and taking a look at which ones are best sellers. This is a nice one, bestseller tag, big store. We could easily replicate that. So let's save that. We'll put that to the side. Again here, they're mimicking that. And that is 1,000,000,000% an AI photo. We've got a on body shot. Definitely going to work well for our store. I like this as dark aesthetic feel. Again, the most AI slop I've ever seen. It looks like there. Star seller, 2K reviews, 4.9 rated. Right, we are perfectly fine to use AI photos. I'm just building up a little portfolio, some examples and styles that we want to use. I'm also taking mental note on the type of photos we're seeing here. We're seeing real world usage. We're seeing nice design mock-ups where it's in, you know, a real setting at home. We're seeing it in organic environments. We're seeing it in like dark, very masculine style environments like this with the wood, the colors and stuff. Again, a more dark feel here now if we look at the background, you know, but we're also seeing some bright images too. So definitely as type of product, I'm going to be setting up 3-4 listings to get the ball rolling. But let's feed some data now into ChatGPT. So I've put in a super simple prompt to get us started. I've gave it 3 reference images to our bag and then the image we want it to semi-replicate. And I've made sure it knows which one we want to replicate by saying it's the leather bag on grass. I want you to replicate that photo. We want it to be 2000 by 2000 pixels and it's going to use the bag we have put in as images. I've gave it as many images as possible so it understands what the bag looks like, it understands the dimensions, how it works, you know, how it appears close up, the zips, the handles, etc. So we're going to fire that off and wait for it to generate. So we had a little bit of an issue where it kind of designed the brown bag but made it the same leather feel as what we had, but now we've got this image back here. This is a pretty solid photo, right? This is definitely going to get the ball rolling. It's made sure the shadows are correct. The lighting on it is nice. You can see key important parts. We can see the zips. They look nice. They look fine. We just want to do a little bit of like quality assurance here to make sure it hasn't hallucinated some random stuff on it. But no, I'm pretty happy with that. Now we want to get another photo with the same backdrop. I feel that this just adds authenticity. It adds consistency, right? It's like, you know, with AI slop images, when they are just using AI to just rush images out, it's all like different backdrops, different backdrops, different backdrops. There's no consistency with their images. So we're going to say, perfect, now lay the bag on its back. Photo more taken from a bird's eye view style, same backdrop. So it's going to hopefully be the bag is on its back, the camera's above facing down with the green around. Let's see if it can listen to that. Remember, I'm not a prompt engineer here and I'm not trying to over-engineer these prompts, right? I'm just making this so accessible and easy for you guys that you don't have to do anything complex. Banging, absolutely nailed it, right? It even got the straps down to perfection. 2 great photos. This is going to get the ball rolling for this listing. Now we're going to head back onto here and see what style we want to copy next. Okay, yeah, I like this. This is like the more masculine feel. It's building momentum. It's a product that's selling for a lot more money than we're going to. Yes, it's personalized, but it's just this like dark, as I said, masculine feel around this image. So let's try and recreate this one. Not an over-engineered prompt here. Now, I've said amazing at the start because I want it to know I'm happy with what it generated here, so it knows to follow this pattern with products. Now, a new style of image for this bag, a masculine feel, ambient feel with a man wearing a shoulder bag around him. Follow the reference image. And then the reference image has been uploaded, and now we'll wait for this to generate. So ChatGPT didn't like that prompt. Maybe they didn't like the word masculine. So we've redone it. Now generate an image of a man wearing a bag like this. I just wanted to just replicate this image with a dark ambient feel to it. Let's see what it whips up from that. Okay, it is absolutely nailed this photo this time now. The only thing that I would be a little bit hesitant on here, and this is just, you know, perfectionism. We don't want to be deceitful either. It's just the sizing of the bag. Not 100% on the accurate sizing of it, but you know, I would want to just make sure that the sizing is accurate because it has just based it on the image reference, right? So we've got 3 images here. We've got these nice bright feels, and then we've got this dark angle. Boom. The other thing I'd probably maybe change here is put him in like a dark brown jumper, and maybe some, you know, jeans that have a bit of a color contrast to the bag, so the bag stands out if this was to be a thumbnail, right? Still trying to make it this dark ambient feel, but the product needs to pop, right? But for this video, for the sake of it, I'm just going to keep it as that. So this is now the image I want to reference, where the bag is at the back. Obviously, we don't have any personalization. Do not add any names or designs onto the bag, etc. Right, but I want to show the multi-purpose use of the bag, which I think will be a great angle. It's utility, especially if someone's buying it as a gift for someone. So we're going to copy that. Very nice. Now we've got front, back, showing the full utility. I think this one does a better design style with the size. Okay. Now what I want to do is, again, there's a big gift angle to this style of product. So who's going to be buying this for a man? Potentially their like family, their loved ones and such, right? So I want to kind of show that vibe, that aesthetic to it. You know, a man who's wearing this bag out with his kids or at a picnic, something like that. So let me figure out a prompt best to do that. Here we go. Here's what it's whipped up. It's out with the family, the guy's wearing it. I'd probably want this a little bit more isolated. You know, the woman not wearing a bag necessarily, a little bit more zoomed in. So it's maybe the kids are the side of him, but I like this feel, I like this aesthetic. It is very nice to just show the use cases, show the possible angles of the product, who it's for. You know, it can be for the ambient style type of men who wear that kind of clothing, but it's also for the family man too. I'd probably do one like designed for young adult men, teenagers and stuff, and again, even like grandparents and stuff, how the use cases of it with like medicine and stuff. But now we want to show the sizing of the image, the sizing of the bag via an image, right? We can add that to the description, but the images get looked at first. The information in the image is consumed far easier than hidden away in the description somewhere. So I've put in the length, I've put in the height, and I've said now create a face on product photo of the image with this backdrop, but with the sizing measurements around it, matching the above reference. So I want it back to this grass, hopefully where it's like face on, directly parallel to it, and then the sizing lines around it. Let's see if it understands that. And it absolutely nailed it. Okay, so one prompt nailed that. Essentially, that is exactly what I was going for. Great to understand the size of the product, the dimensions, you know, what can fit inside of it. You can fit your phone in it, you can fit, you know, a Kindle in it, you can fit your wallet, some cash, some loose change, some important stuff, equipment, etc. So we have gone from this image right here, basic as fuck, it will not convert well on Etsy, to the first one, second one, this feel, use case, front and back. Again, hitting a different style of audience and a measurement image in very quick time. You know, if I wasn't recording this and doing it, I would have blasted out about 15 photos in the course of 15 minutes. We want to be thinking about our targeting, thinking about our angles, etc. And if you want more Etsy help, we are updating the free course inside of Etsy Mafia. That's going to be out, as well as a bunch of more resources coming to the Discord soon, so definitely get in there. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I make Etsy videos every single week. And yeah guys, I wish you all the best and have a great day.